Hey queens, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I have this palette. This is called the Mariel palette. I want to make sure I'm rolling that R correctly, but it's called the Mariel palette, and Too Faced just recently partnered up with her to create this beautiful palette, and this is what it looks like. I had the luxury of creating this eye look with this palette, so if you want to see how I created this look, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe, and let's get into it. Okay queens, I am back and I'm coming to you guys with a review. So for today's video, we are going to be reviewing this Too Faced. I think the proper way to pronounce her name is like Mariel. It doesn't sound like Mariel, it's like Mariel. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Pretty much what we have here is this palette. I don't normally review a lot of Too Faced stuff on my channel. I really haven't purchased a palette from them since I purchased my first palette from them. But I wanted to see if the formula changed and if things are going to be a little different. And this is what the palette looks like. To me, one of the main things that caught my eye about this palette is these 4 shades right here, as well as these 2 shades. As far as the other shades go, I just really didn't feel like they really did anything for me. But I'm excited to see about the pigmentation, so let's get straight into it. To prime my eyes, I'm going to go in with the Too Faced concealer. And I'm just going to pop a little bit of that onto my eyelids. And then I'm going to take this BH Cosmetics number 8 brush and just buff that out. One thing I do like about the fact that they did collab with a person of color. And another thing is, like, I love Too Faced complexion products. So this, hopefully, I love this palette, so that could be something else from Too Faced that I actually enjoy using. So the first shade I'm going to go in with is the shade Hot and Spicy. I think I'm going to pack that shade in. And I'm just going to use a Morphe E17 brush. And I'm just packing that shade in. One thing I can say is that the color in the palette, it looks maroon, but it's coming off extremely darker than what I thought it would, but that's okay. I don't know, I feel like the pigmentation is nice, but I do kind of wish that it did come off on my skin tone a little bit lighter. But maybe what I'll need to do is just use something else to prime with. But for the most part, it seems to be really nice. The next shade I'm going to go in with is this bright, maybe I shouldn't, I'm going to go in with this shade Slice, which is this burnt orange shade. I was going to try to go for a more brighter look, but because that shade didn't really turn out how I wanted it to, it's going to do something else. And then I'm just going to go around that first shade with that orange shade and just do packing motions. One thing I can say is that this orange shade is showing up nicely on my skin tone. Okay, so I already finished one eye, and I can already say that I really do like how that eye turned out so far. So for the next shade, I'm going to go in with this shade called Donut. And I'm just going to start with packing that in front into the corner of my eye. One thing I can say is these glitters have no fallout. Even though I still have powder on my face, I don't feel like even if I didn't, I wouldn't really need it. Okay, so for the next shade, I'm going to go in with this shade right here. And it's just like a rustic kind of brown shade. And I'm just going to pop that in the center. Some of the shadows that I'm not really familiar with pronouncing, I'm just going to pop them up on the screen. And I'm just going to go back and forth. And then to blend those 2 shades together, I'm just going to pretty much keep sweeping this orange shade on top of the edge of that light donut shade, so I can pretty much make sure I get like a smooth blend. And I want to make sure they're as even as possible. Okay, and to deepen up that outer corner, I'm going to go back in with that shade, with that same shade, Hot and Spicy. And I just switched the brush to a more fluffier brush, and I'm going to start with packing that shade onto the outer corner. And I just like to do this by using small circular motions and then start sweeping it towards that other color. Okay, and to sharpen up that burgundy shade, I'm just gonna go in with a smaller brush and just go back into the crease just really lightly. I just want that to like kind of look super defined. Okay, and I wanted to try to use as many colors out of the palette as I can. So then I'm gonna go in with this like, it's like a shimmery red shade. And I'm gonna put this between that orange shade and that dark plum shade. And I'm just gonna kind of wiggle this in a little bit. To make all the glitters pop, I'm just gonna go back in with the same brush, and I sprayed the brush a little bit, and I'm just going to pat that shade in. I'm not blending it, I'm just kind of patting it, just going back over the same area, but I really want those glitters to kind of pop out. This is cute, this is cute. Okay, and then for liner, I'm gonna go in with my L'Oreal liner, and I'm just gonna make a really tight line. I really do love how this eye look is turning out. It looks so bomb. For mascara, I used 2 mascaras today for some reason. I never tried the Maybelline New York, the Falsies Lash Lift. I've never tried that. And I just kind of mixed that with the Fenty mascara. And then I'm going to go on top of that with this Maybelline. I just feel like the Maybelline really makes it look like you have on falsies. I feel like that looks bomb. I'm obsessed with how this eye look looks. It's bomb. It looks so fall-like. I feel like I kind of underestimated the palette. I'm not going to lie, like my first impressions of like putting on the eyeshadow, I was just like, it's not really looking how I want it to look. But I can honestly say like I was completely wrong. I was completely wrong. So I'm gonna go pop on lashes and finish up the rest of my face, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back and this look is completed. Let's talk about this palette. I'm not gonna lie, Too Faced kind of got me with this palette. First things first, the packaging is bomb. What I like the most is that it doesn't look the same. You know, sometimes brands can repeat the same packaging to the point that the palette just starts to look a little boring. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. I like this palette. If you're thinking about investing in it, I would say give it a shot. I would definitely say grab it. It's really nice for this fall season. You can create a lot of nice fall looks with this palette. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon in the next one. Bye guys.